And hello everyone. Today I want to do a presentation on my final year project proposal, and the title is Inclination of Yacht to Urban Farming, which is case study in Negeri Sembilan. Before I go through present on my proposal, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Afiq bin SATTAR. In completing this proposal, I have been supervised by Madam AZIERA, BINTI RUSLAN. Now I will start my presentation on chapter 1, which is Introduction. The background of study is first is urban farming is categorized as developing and conveying natural products, vegetable, herbs and creature item through development in cities and rural areas. Second is urban farming also playing a noteworthy part in advancing community advancement, nourishment security, salary opportunities and economic development in creating nation. And third is urban farming could be a predominant development around the world and progressively far-reaching in Malaysia. In spite of the fact that urban farming still in the earlier stage, Malaysia government sees this movement as a catalyst towards accomplish the well-being of urban dwellers and the characteristic environment. Urban farming could be technique for Malaysia nourishment and economic security. It is additionally one of the centers within the farming chain whereby urban and suburban population are encouraged to develop vegetables and other crops to extend household nourishment security. Okay. Now is problem statement. So the problem statement is urban centers have proceeded to develop at a really quick rate with the population expanding, and at the same time there has been an increase in poverty. The increased urban poverty has been contributed to by the need for other choice for increasing the household salary. Urban households are confronted with a genuine decline in their purchasing power due to unemployment and the high cost of goods and services, and thus have reacted by expanding their salary sources by engaged within the casual sector where a range of exercise are utilized. And next is urban farming is a vital perspective of this informal process, and it has been proceeded to extend over the past decades. It is a versatile reaction by the urban poor household to progress their food circumstance and to expand their livelihood alternative beneath the current condition of economics instability and threats such as unemployment and decline in acquiring power. Okay. The objective of this study is first is to study the knowledge of yachts of urban farming. Second is to study the factor inclination of yachts towards urban farming. And third is to study the relationship between knowledge and inclination of yacht towards urban farming. Now is a significance of study. First is as a yacht, they should have a sense of to try new kind of things and improve knowledge even they are not interested in agriculture. For a yacht that already in agriculture sector, they must take opportunity, use the new system like urban farming and make it more attractive to all people, especially yacht generation out there. Second is according to the World Population Review, with the population about 474,691 in Negeri Sembilan, especially at the urban area where mostly youth generation are. With this population, obviously youth generation will be attracted to participate and the current agriculture will grow. Okay, limitation of study. First is most of is that the urban farming literally a new kind of thing for people, especially youth generation. The youth does not know about the farming, as according to the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, urban farming is something that is practiced by 800 million people worldwide, over 1/10 of the global population. So there is a limitation knowledge and lack of experience in urban farming. Another limitation is mostly to run the urban farming at high cost and high risk, as the process need more equipment and material to purchase. Literature review. Urban farming can be defined by a variety of perspectives. Food and agriculture define urban farming as any agriculture activity which grow, raise, and process and distribute agriculture product regardless of land, size, and number of human resource within the cities and towns. Miley also states that urban farming is growing and rearing animals in urban environments for the purpose of supplying food to the local population. Rafika and Aziz provide a definition of urban farming as a description of the production of foods and goods through farming, cultivation, animal husbandry, and forestry. Moreover, Tim and Lina define farming as the practice of growing plant, fungi, fish, and livestock in and around towns and cities. Hence, of the most common urban farming definition is the method of producing crops and livestock in urban area or in the suburb aim to meet the needs of urban farmers and communities nearby. The following variables are the factors that the inclination of youth toward urban farming. First is knowledge of economically advantage of urban farming. Second is knowledge of socially advantage of urban farming. Third is knowledge of health advantage of urban farming. And the last one is knowledge of advantage of urban farming. So we go to the first is knowledge of economically advantage of urban farming. Although literature exists on economic impacts, it is very limited. The majority of economic research was centered on market, although there were a fair number of studies focused on economic benefit to consumer and gardener involved with urban agriculture. Okay, the second is knowledge of socially advantage of urban farming. Social interaction and communication and friendly relation nourishment would take place through urban farming activities carried out jointly. Now we go to the third is knowledge of health advantage of urban farming. Consumers around the world are increasingly concerned about the quality of food that is safe and healthy to eat because it will affect their health. This concern exists because of the daily food, either vegetable or fruit susceptible to pesticide residue, contamination of food by chemical in dairy product and seafood, and uncontrolled use of additive in processed food. The last one is knowledge of advantage of urban farming. Zaidi revealed that urban agriculture can also improve the habitat and biodiversity in urban area in order to ensure the continuity of certain organisms to survive by creating green areas consist of variety of plants. Okay, now this is my conceptual framework, which is the independent variable is knowledge of economically advantage of urban farming, knowledge of social advantage of urban farming, knowledge of health advantage of urban farming, and knowledge of environmentally advantage of urban farming. And the next one is a dependent variable, which is level of your knowledge. Research method. So my research design is a quantitative data, and the location of study is at Negeri Sembilan Darul Khusus, and the subject of the study is informant must be among youths that know urban farming, and the population is age 18 years old to 14 years old, and the sampling method used is convenient sampling, and the sampling population is where is the total population is 172.21 thousand people, and the youth population is about 70% of the total population, and the sample size is 100 people which is 18 to 40 years old. Okay, for the research instrument, survey questions are taken via Google form that is designed to get the information of your own knowledge, economically advantage of urban farming, knowledge of social advantage of urban farming, knowledge of health advantage of urban farming, and knowledge of environmentally advantage of urban farming. This questionnaire is divided into 3 sections, which is section A to examine the knowledge of youth on urban farming, section B examine the factor inclination of youth toward urban farming, and section C is examine the relationship between knowledge and inclination of youth toward urban farming. Okay. The expected outcome of this research is urban farming is now gaining popularity and practiced by individuals or communities in the country. Knowledge of youth will play a significant role in ensuring that the urban farming objective will be achieved. Every youth needs accurate and adequate information regarding agriculture activities as the first phase in decision-making process to improve their. Therefore, appropriate knowledge should be provided by the extension agent, including method of implementation, the concept or the benefits of urban farming to ensure success in urban farming. Transformation of knowledge can be implemented by extension program such as forum, agriculture fair, seminar, and others. Other than that, the pioneers or innovators who could potentially be identified should help motivate, raise awareness, and foster interest in the people of the city to engage in urban farming. Further research on the effective way of knowledge transfer among community for urban farming empowerment. That's all from my presentation. Thank you.